Race number 5, it's Australia. Race number 10 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1100 metres. It starts our quaddie here in Perth, and although it was one of the harder races to separate, there's plenty of talented gallopers in this race, so plenty that are improving each start as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they go head to head. One galloper that has improved this campaign, there is no doubt about that at all, is I Do Declare. It was very green last preparation at Belmont, but has now won 2 of its last 3. It was a nail-biting victory last start, beating the favourite Prime Witness by a nose. We'll take a look at the closing stages of that race now.
Debutant red here comes the favourite, Prime Witness setting after the leader. Kentucky Lass is running on, followed by Production back near the inside from I Do Declare. Prime Witness reaching the lead with 150 to go from Snack Pack. Kentucky Lass trying to run the leader down, and so's I Do Declare coming in the middle. I Do Declare, Kentucky Lass, Prime Witness went to the line. Oh, there's nothing in it, I Do Declare.
There's a good performance there by I Do Declare. Steps up to the 1100 metres. Both of its wins have come over the 1000, but Colin Webster believes as this filly improves and develops and matures, it will want further, possibly that 1400 metres. So the 1100 shouldn't be too much of a difference. It's barrier 6, has got a nice turn of foot as well. With the speed in the race, you'd expect it to be running on late. Number 1, Diamond Tonique, was a very good performance first up. Beaten 1 length by Scales of Justice. We've seen what Scale of Justice did, of course, pushing Vega Magic the other day as well. So those form lines should hold up. Has won second up as well. So I'm expecting a big performance by number 1, Diamond Tonique. Another galloper that certainly is one we need to take note of is number 4, It's Dynamite. Lindsay Smith has been placing his horses perfectly, and he has a very good opinion of this galloper. Paul Harvey takes the ride. Of course, we saw it win at Belmont by a length, raced against Hot Goods the next start, and has just had a bit of a freshen up since then. The recent trial won by a length and didn't have to do a lot either, so I'm expecting a really good first up performance by It's Dynamite. Also got a bit of an opinion here about number 5, My Great Boy, for Steve Wolf, Sean McGrady to ride. It was a really good win at Albany on the 4th of December. Since then, just hasn't quite gone its way, but the way that this horse runs through the line and its long stride as well, I'm expecting improvement, and I think it can certainly play a part in the top 4. Number 8, Hidden Grace, is another talented filly in this race. William Pite takes a ride here with the 54 kilos. Last start was just beaten half a length by Rocket Queen. We saw those form lines hold up with Peggy Sue winning on Wednesday at Ascot as well. That horse came second, and then Hidden Grace came third. So dropping down the 54 kilos with William Pite taking the ride, this horse will attack the line strongly. And number 9, Confirmation, also been racing well. Was beaten a half length by War of Whispers at Pinjarra, and War of Whispers finished second at Ascot on Wednesday as well. So again, those form lines are certainly holding up. Let's take a look at this race. As I said, it is one of the harder ones to separate. I'm going to go with number 4, It's Dynamite first up. From number 1, Diamond Tonique, number 8, Hidden Grace, and number 3, I Do Declare. Race number 6 is Australia. Race number 12 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1200 metres, and again a very tightly contested race. The likes of Fools Bet been in very good form. Wicked Hunter, Ripper Red, Festive Excess, and also even Chasing Chaos, which we've seen been in reasonable form in the past few runs as well. So really looking forward to this race. We've had Festive Excess and Illusion of Light both scratched from Wednesday for this race, so intrigued to see how they go. The replay that we are going to take a look at though is Ripper Red. Has been in very good form. The last 3 runs, 2/3 and a victory. Last start flashed home late from a wide gate just to finish a half length behind Volkov, and we'll take a look at that performance now.
Down out deeper, Calabria Joe getting up inside of it, and so's Volkov at the 300. Marchand headed on a downtown train with the length brackets. Now running on his heavy set down the outside. Volkov trying to weave its way through. Brackets, heavy set have come together. It's on the outside, heavy set now. Volkov, and down the outside comes Ripper Red with a run. Volkov hit the front, and Volkov won the last.
Really good performance there by Ripper Red. Just needed the extra distance and gets that today. The 1200 metres should be a big advantage. Taking a look at the track and distance record, 3 attempts for a victory, a second and a third. Jared Noske takes the ride and drawn much better too. You take a look at the last 3 runs where it has finished third twice and a victory. Barrier 12, barrier 14, barrier 14. So drawn in barrier 8, I'm expecting big improvement. There's speed in this race, and this horse should be the one flashing home. Fools Bet is a galloper that will put speed in this race as well. Last start went straight to the front. It was drawn nicely in barrier 3 and just got beaten by Express Dancer on that occasion. Of course, Express Dancer has been in very good form. Number 3, Wicked Hunter, drawn in barrier 1 with the 58 kilos. An impressive winner 2 starts ago over the 1200 metres. Stepped up to the 1400 last start. It was a little bit disappointing. So it comes back to the 1200 again, where it has won all of its 3 races. So certainly does enjoy the distance. I mentioned Festive Excess and Illusion of Light, both scratched from Wednesday. Festive Excess has won 2 starts ago and finished second in 2 of its past 4 runs. runs as well. So the form lines are certainly very good. Barrier 6, a nice draw for this horse, which can go forward. And number 7, Chasing Chaos, has come second in its last 4 runs. They have been spaced. That's between September and the 26th of December as well. But from barrier 9, this horse should go back and certainly run on strongly, expecting another good performance. Let's take a look at selections for race number 6, and I'm going to go with number 5, Ripper Red, from number 1, Fool's Bet, number 3, Wicked Hunter, and number 4, Wild Charger, which has been second up on 8 occasions and finished third 5 times. Race number 7, it's Australia. Race number 14 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1200 metres. And again, an interesting race here because we've got some horses in very good form from trials. I speak of Kaliva and Jez Park, which both trialled well and do race well first up as well. And then a horse like Reflectance, which has turned its form around completely, winning its last 2. Lenience has been racing well. King of the Palace comes back in distance and the blinkers go on. And I'm expecting Secret Nova to improve as well with the 54.5 kilos. So it is going to be a very even race. The replay that we are going to take a look at, I talked about the recent form of this galloper. It is Reflectance, has won its last 2 over the 1400 metres. This replay was at Pinjarra, a very good performance again.
Barracky Beats has hung off noticeably. Barracky Beats drifting out towards the centre of the track led. Here comes Reflectance though, closing the margin rapidly. And with 200 left to go, Mitchell went to work on Reflectance. He went to the lead from Barracky Beats. King of Woo runs on. Nullakai behind them, but it's all Reflectance. And Reflectance is running away with an emphatic win over Barracky Beats.
Good run by Reflectance there. Lindsay Smith certainly training well at the moment, and Aaron Mitchell in some really good form. It has won its last 2, and the 2 starts before that it came second as well. I've got a few concerns just dropping back to the 1200 metres here. I think the 14 is ideal. Whether it has the class to stay in the 72 plus with 56 kilos and drop back to the 1200 is my biggest concern here, but no doubt that this animal is going along nicely and will be attacking the line strongly. Number 2, Lenience, as I mentioned, you take a look at the form lines, has been beaten under 2 lengths by Flytego, Duton and Ron's Call, and I thought it was very unlucky last up behind Ron's Call as well. Got held up behind one of the gallopers that dropped right out, still finished on strongly. So barrier 1 with the 58.5 kilos has to be one of the main chances. Number 6, Jez Park, I was really impressed with the recent trial. It's won the 2 trials that it's had recently on the 14th of December and the 29th of December. The blinkers go on for this first up occasion. It's been first up 4 times for a victory, a second, a third, and we have to remember this horse is a 2-time listed winner as well. And number 10, Secret Nova, I mentioned at the start, I'm really expecting to improve here. The 2 runs this campaign have been disappointing, beaten 2 lengths by Antique Dream and a length by Volkov, but with the 54.5 kilos in barrier 2, Secret Nova should get a nice run, and hopefully we see her return to her best form as well. Let's take a look at the selections. I'm going to go with number 6, Jez Park first up, from number 2, Lenience, number 7, King of the Palace with the blinkers going on, and number 10, Secret Nova. Final race of the day at Ascot, it is race number 8. It's Australia, race 16 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1600 metres in a 60 plus event. Interesting form lines. Dendy, of course, drops from the Group 3. Latrice Saker's been racing well in 60 pluses. Rodeo Drive drops from a 72 plus as well. And then you've got other horses like Danish Delight, which performed well last start. And that is the replay that we will take a look at. Was beaten by Antique Dream. We know those form lines have held up with it winning again since. So let's take a look at the run of Danish Delight now.
Ahead to the Entourage, now to the outside, Antique Dream from Quality Fair, the middle 2 lengths, Crown Choice, followed by Wicked Hunter. At the 200, Danish Delight, the leader. Here comes Antique Dream, though. It's running it down. On the inside, Danish Delight, but Antique Dream's got it. Antique Dream on the outside reached the lead. Django from last charging home, but Antique Dream wins.
Really good performance by her. She knows how to run a place, but just really struggles to win. 18 career starts for 1 victory and 10 placings, so we know that she can attack the line strongly. Draw nicely again here in barrier 6 with the 56.5 kilos and the blinkers come off. Now in that race she did beat Django and also Drumnarum as well for Adam Durant. I'm expecting those 2 to turn the tables here. Django, Paul Harvey taking the ride, the 58 kilos, stepping up to the 1600 metres as well. I see there's a big positive, ran on strongly in that replay to finish 3rd. And Drumnarum as well for Adam Durant. Gets a 3 kilo claim now to Clint Johnson Porter and has won second up, so gets a nice weight swing. So I think those 2 can turn the tables on Danish Delight. Outside of those runners, Rodeo Drive, as I mentioned, drops from a 72 plus, still only finished 2 lengths behind Thunderclap Newman on that occasion, so should go very close. Drawn wide here, barrier 11 with the 57.5 kilos. Number 9, Saker, we spoke about Danish Delight knowing how to run a place. This galloper has had the 13 career starts, 1 victory, but placed 10 times. So again, just continues to be a bit of a bridesmaid. Drawn nice Spicy in barrier 2 with the 56 kilos. Last start was beaten under a length by Lunar Eclipse, stepping up to the 1600 metres ideal, and conditions should suit as well. So I believe that Seika can get its second win. And Dendee had won three in a row before going into the Group 3 Latrice, was beaten 9 lengths by Ideal Image over the 1800 metres, drops back to 200, which should suit, and carries the same weight as it did in that Group 3 event. So expecting another good performance by Dendee. Let's take a look at the selections. I'm going to go with number 9, Seika. From number 3, Drumnarum, number 2, Django, and number 4, Rodeo Drive. Well, it's time now to take a look at the best bets for the card, and I'm going to be throwing out race 4, number 2, Lighten My Veins. I don't think I'm breaking any new records by throwing this one out. It should just win. If you're looking for a multi-horse, not sure what price it'll open up, but it'll be short, but expecting it to just win and win comfortably as well. And also in race 6, number 5, Ripper Red, been very impressed with its campaign so far. The 1200 metres ideal and drawn much handier in barrier 8. It should fly home late, attack the line strongly and get the job done. So hopefully those two horses can win for us on Saturday. As we always say, make sure you follow us on social media at Perth Racing on Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram as well, Perth Racing, and Facebook as well, where you can have a look at all of our information, pictures and events coming up. perthracing.com.au is the website if you need any information regarding upcoming events as well. I'm Adam McGrath. Hopefully found you a couple of winners. We'll be back again next week with another edition of Box Seat.